Hey there, it's Fresh Mark Sense with another fresh review. Today I'll be checking out the Mancera Oud Collection and which one's good, which one's a little bit rubbish, but and which ones are sort of okay and sort of good to have in your collection, but nothing really wow. So before I get into that, I will talk about the scent I've been wearing today. Now, it's been very dreary the last couple of days. The weather's been raining, kind of cloudy, and I think for something, when the weather's really rubbish outside, you want to add some warmth or some comfort when you come inside. So there's scents that relax you when you come back from work, and there's also scents that remind you of a comfort that you would have as soon as you come back, or maybe on the way back from work, just to remind you that the day is over. So one of these scents is Paco Rabanne Pure Excess. I actually feel that when I spray it, it reminds me of when I add 2 shots of caramel. I usually add 1 shot, but it would be very luxurious to add 2 shots of caramel to a mocha and really overdose it with a caramel mocha and almost apple and caramel pie tart sort of notes. It really smells with the whiskey. It has a liquor vibe that runs throughout the perfume with some slight green nuances. So caramel and apple pie with whiskey, and it has a very sensual nature about it because the ginger keeps it aromatic and interesting, yet the praline and caramel note with the apple and whiskey produces something that is quite memorable and unique at the same time. A great date night scent and something that you could wear in the daytime, but for nighttime it would be very memorable, very special, I feel. Paco Rabanne Pure Excess. This is going for I think about £40 for 100 mils, so definitely check this one out. And this is my scent of the day that I've chosen, just to remind me of a caramel mocha. And another scent that you could wear, I was going to choose it but I skipped it, was Prada Luna Rossa, because that has the bitter note, bitter orange and light calming lavender note in the middle that would relax you and remind you of the note of sage. It has a herbal characteristic from the mint, a slightly a soft aromatic character with the lavender. They have the ambroxan in the base to keep it creamy and soft, and there's also some what is it, tonka bean as well, that produces that it actually makes it a little bit more natural, the sweetness, and it blends with the lavender very nicely. But I feel that this is rather rather than being soapy fresh, it's more of a clean and aromatic fresh relaxing perfume that reminds me of the note of sage in its calming qualities. So this would be quite nice to come back after work, but for me, this is my choice of the day, Paco Rabanne Pure Excess. Now, let's go straight on to the Ouds. Now, this selection is what I've acquired through all the Manceras. I'm going to go straight into selection. Oud Vanille, my favorite Mancera in terms of the oud note that's in there, for a warm cardamom, floral, saffron, leather perfume. This is very smooth, yet the cardamom is sweet with the saffron. Cardamom and saffron playing a major role in sweetening the perfume. The leather is a flat note with the oud playing parallel to the oud, playing sort of at the same level, with the floral notes in between adding some sweetness and some variety to the perfume. So this is a very sweet cinnamon warming perfume, and I think this is a fantastic oud because it's not too overpowering and it works well with the leather, blends well. So definitely check out Oud Vanille, my favorite. Midnight Gold, this is a new purchase that I've recently checked out. This is 2021. So this has neroli, lime, and orange in the top note. It has some woody patchouli, and oud note. Now the oud in here is a woody, dry woody note that works quite well with the patchouli to produce a two-facet, slightly linear but high quality wood vibe. And the neroli in the top produces a welcoming change to the fragrance to uplift it. So it's slightly creamy, slightly woody, and generally quite a fresh perfume for the daytime. But I wouldn't say it really wows me, but it's a high quality, almost dumb reach. It reminds me of an overpowered version of Luna Rossa, because in terms of the bitter orange notes, so it's got more orange and more of a neroli and wood perfume with a slight tinge of orange and lime, let's say. So that is not the best, but let's go straight into it. Random order. Red Tobacco, this is my favorite out of the spicy, incensey, smoky, warm dried fruit and apple tobacco scent. This is a very strong perfume, the strongest out of the line, and I feel that this is still a great perfume to spray on your skin, but note that it would last for a very long time, and don't spray it just before bed, because it will change throughout the night, and it may even cause some sort of discomfort or anything. I definitely recommend to wear it on jacket, because it would emanate some warmth, and on a wool jacket, some nice formal clothes. You can wear it casually, but I feel that it has so much class that you might be doing a bit of a disservice. But on a leather jacket, it would definitely have some spicy, luxurious leather, plum, incense, and vanilla vibe. The vanilla in this is a fantastic dry down, which is the best vanilla ever, really. The vanilla dry down is similar to what this is for most of its lifetime. A very sweet, aromatic, and earthy vanilla, with all the qualities of vanilla, from the wafer sweetness to the earthy qualities, the earthy treacle vanilla qualities of Oud Vanille. So this is a full perfume in terms of it has 3 stages, from sweet apple to smoky incensey mid and vanilla dry down. So definitely check out Mancera's Red Tobacco. So we have our 2 favorite ouds over here, Mancera Red Tobacco and Oud Vanille. And the next one is Oud Exclusive. This is my favorite oud for the rich oud. If you want something with quality, spice, depth, this has a very nice oud and rose combination. The only one I really worth wearing for me, I don't really care for the other rose and oud combinations. I think they're too heavy, much too overdone. A lot of them are quite pretentious and not very wearable on a daily basis, and most people don't like them in terms of being mass appealing. They're not very mass appealing, but this would definitely have some class, richness, and people recognize that you're wearing a rich oriental scent with creamy Bulgarian rose. The incense cools it down. The black pepper and cumin on the top note create some spices. There's some fennel seeds in the base with the oriental notes. It does have a slight leather note, and the oud note is tamed, very similar to Oud Vanille, but slightly notched up, slightly more pungent, because it has that fennel seed aromatic spiciness that's similar to caraway seed as well. So definitely check this one out if you want a rich oud. This is my favorite rich oud scent, my favorite tobacco oud scent, and my favorite warming oud scent. Other than that, this new release is pretty cool, but we'll go on to Gold Intensive Oud. Now, I really didn't like this. I actually thought that it was a empty version, less character, less fruity notes of anything, an empty version of my Abdul Samdal Qureshi's Charme d'Orient. which is, if you don't know it by now, is it comes in a gold. Let me just get a copy. Oh. Okay, we got it. Abdul Samdul Qureshi, this one. This is lovely. So get this instead. Abdul Samdul Qureshi, Sham de Orient. Definitely get this instead. This has more aromatic, fruity notes and everything. And this is just a woody note. So all I'm getting is wood from here. And you get a slight Bulgarian rose, but it's more of a harsh, bitter, dry oud. And it's much too harsh for me, much too dry wood. It does have a blonde wood note that sort of saves it a little bit, but it's much too harsh for me. So definitely stay away from Gold Intensive Oud. It's a light version of Gold Prestigium, which is extremely overpowering. And also stay away from Purple Flowers as well, because that's very feminine, and I can't see any man pulling that off. I mean, I pull off some funky stuff, but that is sort of Mandarin and oud. It's just not working for anybody. So stay away from this, and stay away from Gold Prestigium if you don't like extremely strong ouds. And I'm gonna stay away from this too. If somebody can buy this off me, that would be great. Otherwise, I'll sell it when the world ends and everybody's rushing for crazy Mancera prices. It happens, unfortunately. I'll be a bit of a mercenary at that time. But anyway, this is my favorite sweet oud. Now this has a cakey, creamy tiramisu vibe with creamy oud. The dry oud is similar to Oud Vanille in that it's a dry flat oud. It has some leather note in it. The magnolia and white flowers adds to the creamy, sweet, cakey texture of it. And it's a very luxurious, gourmand, creamy, cakey, white floral oud. So nothing offensive about it, nothing medicinal about it. But in the high heat, it does sometimes turn medicinal, the oud note. But it is still overpowered by the white florals in this perfume, and the cakey sweetness does turn up as well. So you get the dry oud and the cakey sweetness. It sort of separates in the high heat. So you can tell there's not really for the high heat, but you can wear it in the autumn and in the colder times of summer. This will add some very gourmand, luxurious warmth without being spicy. So check that one out. Precious Oud by Mancera. So that is the Oud Collection. Midnight Gold is sort of okay, but you can skip it if you don't really need it. I mean, it doesn't have the most character, but that's what's happening to Manceras nowadays. The Manceras aren't as bodacious as they were before. I do like the Aquawood, it's okay. I do need to check out Juicy Flowers, and I do have a lot of other Mancera, but I feel that they are getting a little bit more tame. I like Wild Cherry. I'm going to check that out, and I need to do a review of that as well. I'm going to do that next. But they are getting slightly more tame, and the longevity is turning round about 7 hours on average, rather to, compared to the previous 9. So check out all these oud perfumes. You can skip this one if you want to, and definitely beware of the Gold Prestigium and Gold Intensive Oud, because they're a bit too heavy for most people, and you're not going to get ladies with that. It's too offensive. So check all these perfumes out. Take care and stay fresh.